As it is, a piece of wood could fall on the green button and accidentally turn on the router. Okay, I think I can put this piece of plywood here. I need to make some holes that match those of the switch. And also with these two for the hinge. Those screws fit perfectly in there, nice and tight. But those same screws don't fit in the holes of the hinge. So I am enlarging the holes. Just enough. Since they have a bevel, I only need to remove a little metal. Perfect. I don't need to bevel the holes again. The block goes here. The hinge goes on top. And the screws pass to the other side. Okay, that one was misaligned. Now it's right. On the other side, I secure it with washers and lock nuts. It wasn't necessary to tighten them yet, but this way we can see how this is going to work, although there's still a lot to do. With the hinge there, I'll be able to lift it and plug in the machine comfortably without having to bend down. But there's still the best part. And I will have to solve some unexpected issues. I have this lock latch. I'm interested in this part. Can you already guess what it's for? I need to put this piece here, and it will make it easy to press the red button, and I have to lift it to press the green one. It still needs the cover, of course, but first, I need to make a notch in the piece of plywood I put earlier. I need a gap here to pass the sheet metal. As long as that sheet can fit, it is okay. I will reassemble the plywood piece with the hinge. And now this piece of MDF sheet goes there between the screws. It's to avoid the protruding screw heads. Another one goes on top, side to side. These sheets go against the hinge pin, and they should leave some space on the opposite edge from the body of the safety switch. This piece of wood is for something, but first, it helps me mark where to insert two screws. I need to drill the plywood and the metal of the hinge leaf. It's a bit tricky. Great! 2 perfect holes. Now I glue the piece I used before. There, flush with the edge that faces the body of the safety switch. This other edge goes up against the hinge pin. This hinge pin goes like this. And this sheet gets screwed in there. Notice that the sheet protrudes, and I didn't want to cut it. This way, I have it upside down. This is the right position. But thanks to the groove I made in the plywood piece, I can fit all of this into place. And I'll put a couple of screws in the holes I prepared earlier. There it is. Okay, it works perfectly. Now I can add the cover. I have this piece of plywood. I painted the visible side red. With these washers, I avoid the screws from slipping through the gap between the wires. Looks perfect. But that screw ended up at the edge of the red button. I don't like that. I move it a bit. And now it's more centered with the off button. I press the red pusher to turn off the machine. And I have to lift it so I can turn on the machine. I have this wooden ball. I put one of these washers for the back plate of a cabinet, and I'm going to use this hole in the leg of the workbench. This ball helps to tilt the safety switch, because it was poorly supported at the back. Okay, it lifts easily, and it presses easily. I plug in the power. I plug in the woodworking machine, and it changes the center of gravity of the whole set, so it hangs. It should stay supported behind, or it will move backward when I try to press the red button, and that would make turning it off difficult. It has a solution. This time, I have to make a hole in the metal leg. There, I clean the metal shavings. And I screw in this block, inclined at an angle thanks to the miter cut it has, and thanks to the wooden ball. This safety switch can be turned off easily by hand, but with a little tap of my leg, I can also turn it off. I put the plugs back in. This wooden block behind it protrudes enough forward so that now the safety switch is always supported behind. This safety switch will be easy to place next to other machines. For example, the drill press, which once scared me because I had both hands occupied and couldn't turn it off. I'll leave the link to that video. I love how convenient it is to plug in and unplug the woodworking tool without having to bend down. But there's still a last-minute little problem. I left a gap here, and something thin could slip in and hit the green button, after how nice it had turned out. I'll put a neat patch and that's it. Now nothing will slip through there. Thanks for watching the video, and if you like my videos, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell.